family. Good morning. How are we all doing? The energy is awesome. It's been beautiful already, you know. Thank you so much, Kai. It's been amazing. Thank you, Anissa. It's beautiful. Thank you, energetic EJ. I'm treading on your path. Thank you. It's awesome. First of all, I want to acknowledge everybody being here. Thank you, William, as well. And of course, without ado, my family. That's my wife, beautiful wife Comfort, and my two lovely kids, Ochodokam and Itodo. Talking about surnames, Ojobo is difficult. I think my son is more interesting. Ochodokam. But in simple terms, it's God loves me. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Thank you. So just cracking on, guys. It's a lovely morning, and talking about breakfast with a purpose. Breakfast. We're breaking fast. That means we stopped somewhere and we're continuing with something. We all agree? So it brings up the question, where do we start and where are we heading to? We're all here today to connect, to reason, and to create something, or to be something, or to create impact. Which brings me to the story. How did I get here today? How did I become a pilot? What is my story? Taking it back, it wasn't my dream. It was the dream of someone before me. It wasn't my dad's dream. It was my grandmother's dream. Which brings me to the power and energy of all of you, especially the women in the room. And I respect it, and I don't know, I just want a thundering applause for each and every one gathered here. So what is the story? My dad is the first son, of course, of my grandma. And growing up back then in Nigeria, my grandma was a farmer. Wife, or one of the wives to my granddad. Eventually, my grandpa passed on at a very early age. I think my dad was less than 5 or so. My grandma insisted that my dad go to school. That is where the story starts. When it was time to go to the farm, he said, you will go to the farm, but you have to go to school. The closest school back then was 7 kilometers away from where we lived. So he woke up in the morning, would walk to school, get back from school, and then do his chores with the other brothers. Which brings me back to, what is the dream? Someone was a visionarian, and that was my grandma. Onward through that, my dad becomes successful in his academics, passes on through that, and hits the hurdle as usual. The civil war in Nigeria happened while he was growing up, so he couldn't continue his academics. Talking about the dream and the vision again, he decided to self-study at home. My dad didn't go through secondary school, but he studied at home himself and wrote the exams for university and made it through and went to university himself. After finishing school, he became a lecturer, an academic, and a blah, 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 blah. Anyway, into academics. Onwards through academics, of course, we come in, and kids and all that. He went to school in Zaria. Now, right next to this university in Zaria, there was a flying school. And he tells me that his dream was, while he was in that school, that one of his children will go to the flying school. That child is me. So I'm a product of someone's vision. I'm a product of someone's dream, which brings me to where we are today. What is your dream for the next generation? It's not just you alone, but many more to come. Holding on that story, it brings me up to the lovely picture here. Knowing, of course, I'm a pilot, I have to take it home. So this is one of my flights, I think into Europe, to be precise, in Iraq. Just a quick question. What do you see in the picture? Of course. I'm ready for your answer, please. Go ahead. Yeah.
Clouds.
Clouds. Beautiful. Okay.
When I look out the window when I travel, it feels like just infinity. Like you're almost untouchable, and you know you're on your way to a destination, but for that time you're just above everything. So whatever problem you have or have, I don't even think you can clearly think of it, because looking out at that is just to nowhere. It's just, I don't know, if you're looking at a magazine, it looks like a square. But if you're looking out there, it's just like infinity. It just looks like it's space. It's not space, but just, I don't know, you want to do cartwheels out there.
Beautiful.
Anyway.
Please.
From point of view of architecture, I see it as a horizon line.
Absolutely.
The more you walk it, that horizon line becomes further to the
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's a bit, it's never touching. From far away it's touching, and as you go to another goal, you see something. Keep on going.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. I'm sure you all have thoughts and answers as well, but I will stop and just focus on that a little bit. There is something. The dream doesn't stop. It's a baton. We start, we pass it on, and we pass it on, and we pass it on. Bringing it back home again, this is what I have to deal with every day when I go to work. Having to be in that position where you are in the realm of infinity. And you now have to take that dream and come and deliver it and share with people like you. I think it is empowering. I think it's a story that must go to boundaries. A vision is not just, it's not just, okay, piloting the aeroplane. She's giving her story of when she flies. And then I have to deal with it every day when I fly. The horizon is beautiful. Can you look at the lines down here? Gently. I would like to talk about that. And I'll try to use that lines as each and every one of us in the room today. So basically, above me, while I was flying, there were a few clouds that we can't see or that wasn't captured in the picture. And I want to take those clouds to be each and every one of us on our parallel paths at the moment of greatness. We have a story. That story, can we take it somewhere? And if we take it, it's infinity. It's going on to generations. That is my translation, or that is the message I want to bring up to all of us. Of course, it's parallel, but what we're doing now is we're connecting and linking that stories. And I think that is where the power comes into place. Moving on to the next one. Thank you. Again, a question to the room. I'm sure that looks familiar. We're in Dubai. It's Expo 2020. Anyone's been there? Any of the business forums? Does it make sense? No, none? I stole the picture from Expo 2020. I thought someone was going to say, yes, I know the picture, you know.
Looks like weather condition match. It's a face.
It's a face, absolutely, it's a face. So basically, I'm crazy about the expo, and it's been I think a blessing for me, having to go to the exhibition center and the business forums. So each time they send you the invite, right on the right corner, you get this this beautiful picture of someone looking up, which brings it back home. I could connect to it. Aviation for me is a neck tilting profession. The moment you hear an airplane roar in the sky, what happens? He did it, exactly. We all tilt up and we want to look up in the sky. I could relate to it and bring it home. It's the vision, it's the infinity, it's the horizon we're talking about. That's why I could key into this picture. So we have a story, you know. We're down here looking up. There's a dream, there's a challenge, there's a charge ahead, and I could relate to this. Bringing it to the expo again, it talks about the creating ideas and connecting minds as well, which is what we're doing networking in the room, and that's why it meant so much to me. I'll let you read this for a moment before I talk. The dream is not for us alone. It goes into generations. 1,000 generations. 2,000 generations. 3,000 generations. The infinity I see in the sky every day has got my mind wild and crazy. And that is what I want to share today. It's not just now. It goes way into history books that you, be it Anissa, be it Energetic EJ, be it each and every one of you in this room, have a story that will go 1,000 generations. Each time you wake up in the morning, my story will go 1,000 generations. That is my charge today. Finally, breakfast with a purpose. Before I leave, my purpose is to inspire the African child through the eyes of aviation. Thank you very much.
We tell television, we are telling live.